Hey, Colin. I just wanted to get your reaction to the two games against the Islanders, what the feeling in the locker room is like after that, if you guys felt like there was anything that you guys need to take away moving forward from those games.
Yeah, it was obviously pretty disappointing. Those are some big games, and we got shut out in both of them. So obviously we know that the first one against them was pretty huge, and that's always tough when you're trying to make a push at the playoffs at the end of the year, especially against those guys and trying to catch a couple teams ahead of us. But then also kind of getting shut out was, give credit to them. They played pretty well, and I think there's a lot of things that we can take from those. Just get into the right areas and continue to do the right things, and you get rewarded for it. I thought we had some chances, stuff along those lines, and stuff didn't necessarily fall for us. But obviously, going into the last two series of the year, I think we can learn a lot from those and from those games, and just moving forward.
Next question comes from Colin Stevenson. Colin, go ahead.
Colin, for you, as your personal story this year, when you signed with the Rangers, I don't know what you expected, what you were told, but how do you think that the year has played out for yourself? I mean, after having spent as much time as you have bouncing around the minor leagues and so on and so forth, do you feel like maybe you've established yourself now as an NHL player, and just your general thoughts on how 2021 has gone for you with the Rangers?
Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting year, some ups and downs. Definitely grateful for the opportunity that I got here and just finally getting a chance to play and prove some of the stuff that I can do. But I don't think the job's really ever done. I think from day one that I got here, I realized that I'm fighting for a spot, fighting for a job, and there's a lot of good players in the room. So just trying to continue to do the right things so I can put myself in good positions to earn more ice time and different opportunities in different situations. So that's kind of my approach every single day, and I think for me, there's definitely some ups and downs in the season, and I think it's not really how you start, it's how you finish. So to kind of finish on a strong note is something that I'd like individually and also the team to do. Last four games against some really good teams, I think that would be a great way to obviously end the season, and just for me to kind of prove what I do, kind of try day in and day out to play up and down the lineup and play in a lot of different situations, like I said. So definitely grateful that I got an opportunity to show some of that stuff this year and hopefully moving forward.
Next question comes from Dan Rosen. Dan, go ahead.
Hey, Colin, I'm wondering, do you believe or buy into that in the situation you guys are in now with the math obviously way stacked up against you, that you find out about teammates and you find out about a team and sort of what they're made of in these situations? Do you coming to work and coming to play hard even though it's stacked against you?
Absolutely. I mean, that's definitely when the going gets tough, like a lot of people step up, and I think obviously those last two games disappointing, like I said, to get shut out like that. But we're competitive people, and we got competitive nature, and playing against some teams who kind of are at the top of the league here and top of the division, and obviously really good teams, really good players, and to match up against them, there's not going to be any let up from our group, and even. We're going to push kind of towards the end. I think that's going to show a lot about our group and a lot of some of our veterans and young guys, and kind of starts from some of our older guys kind of setting the tone and kind of showing how you kind of finish the season, like I said, on a strong note, and kind of do everything you can and leave it on the ice.
Next question comes from Colin Stevenson. Colin, go ahead.
Colin, I just wonder where you feel like you fit in on a team that had so many young players this year. Do you feel like because of your not having played so much in the NHL that you're one of the younger guys, despite the fact that you're in the second half of your 20s, or do you identify more with the older guys? I mean, where do you fall in that locker room in terms of young old?
Yeah, I think you look at my age, I'm a little bit older than some of the younger guys, but I think we got a handful of players born in '93, and I think I'm one of the older guys in that small group. There's probably like 5 or 6 of us, so I think even though I might not have that much NHL experience, I've been along the journey for a little while now, and I've been on a couple teams, been around a lot of good veteran players too over the minors and also my NHL time. So I think I'm a pretty mature kid to begin with. So I think I bring that on the ice, and I think I still even though I, like you said, over or under 100 games or something along those lines and not that much NHL experience, I still got a lot left in the tank. But coming into this season, I was pretty confident in myself and kind of no jitters or anything along those lines, like even though I didn't have that much experience. So it doesn't really matter for me. But in the locker room, I definitely see some of the younger guys as how they've evolved over the year and kind of grown both on the ice and off the ice, and I think I can kind of be a huge part of that. And I try to be a sponge every single day from some of these older guys. That Mika's played 600 games, just kind of how he approaches every single day. So even though I'm older, I'm learning every single day, and I also try to kind of help some of the younger guys out. So kind of finding that mix.